Next, let's go to F6. F6 will be our treatment schedule. When we open the treatment schedule window, you will automatically be selected into the actual treatment schedule tab. If you're entering your design treatment, make sure that you are conscious of this and go straight to that tab. The first step is usually establishing injection, meaning that if you're going to go to acid, you want to start pumping at 10 barrels a minute. So that would be a very small amount of volume just to make sure that we are actually moving fluid after wire line got off the well. The second step is going to be acid. Typically 50 barrels a minute, depending on how many hoses you got rigged up in the backside. Usually one or two. Typical volume 2,500 gallons of acid, 15% hydrochloric. Fresh water in the injection, slick water on the pad. Flow rate could be 80, 100. Here we're just following some generic schedule, 30,000 gallons for the pad. The proppant will be referred to as main frac slurry. Main frac pad is just clean water with friction reducer. Water injection is just treated or untreated water with no FR in it. Here you can just copy and paste slurry. Here we have a step concentration design, 3/4 sand and 1 pound, 1.5 to, and then we go back down to 1 pound, 1.5, 1.75, and here we have the volumes from the client. When we drop down concentrations is when the job was designed to switch sands. Next, please scroll down for additional steps on the treatment schedule. Again, this is the design, right? This is what we expect the treatment to be if everything goes right. Let's say that number 12 is the flush. So I'm here calculating how many gallons would be for a typical generic casing volume for flush. Let's say that the last two sand drops were 3050. Once we have the design made, we can ensure that we have a good design by going to the treatment totals and looking at the sand totals. If that matches what the design totals are for the stage, then we entered in the right volumes for every step. At the actual treatment schedule tab, that's what we're actually gonna pump. On the red circle, you can see the button that says copy design to actual schedule. What that will do is it would take the design schedule that you just wrote and it would paste it on your actual treatment schedule if it were blank, or if it were filled, or if it were any numbers that the model picked up from setting your own flags. It would override anything that's on there, and you would start with a brand new design as if it were the actual. And when you run the model through the flags, it will be filled out, and all these numbers shown in the blue circle would be filled out according to what the job was, according to how the job was actually treated. Next is the F7 window.